Picture this. It's a random Tuesday night. You open your banking app just to quickly check something, and suddenly, you notice your balance is way lower than you expected. You start scrolling through transactions. $12 for lunch, $18 for takeout, $7 coffee, $25 Amazon purchase you barely remember making. And you're sitting there thinking, wait, where did all my money go? You didn't buy anything crazy. No luxury watch, no vacation, no massive shopping spree, just normal stuff. And yet somehow, your money still disappeared. If that scenario sounds familiar, you're not alone. Because according to a study from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average household spends over $3,400 per year on dining out alone. That's almost $10 per day, every single day. And the crazy part? Most people don't even realize they're doing it. My name is Jack, and I spend way too much time thinking about how to fix my spending habit. If you're someone who struggles to limit spending, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, here's the thing. Most people assume their spending problem is about discipline. They think, I just need more self-control. But honestly, that's usually not the real problem. Because the way our bank accounts are set up makes it almost impossible to control spending. And once I realized that, everything changed. The problem with one bank account. Let me explain. Most people use one main bank account for everything. Your paycheck goes in. Your rent comes out. Your groceries come out. Your random online purchases come out. Everything flows through the same place. And psychologically, that creates a huge problem. Because your brain sees one number. Let's say you check your balance and see $2,000. Your brain thinks, nice, I've got $2,000. But here's what your brain doesn't automatically calculate. Rent, $1,200. Utilities, $200. Groceries, $300. Transportation, $150. That's already $1,850 committed, which means your actual spending money is $150. But when you see $2,000, it feels like you have way more. And this is where things start going wrong. The psychology behind overspending. Here's what most people don't realize. Humans are terrible at mental accounting. Behavioral economists, like Richard Thaler, who won the Nobel Prize for his work in this area, found that people struggle to separate money mentally. If all your money sits in one pool, your brain treats it like one giant pile of spending money, which leads to what psychologists call frictionless spending. It's too easy. Tap your card, tap your phone, click buy now, done. No resistance. And when spending becomes frictionless, your brain stops evaluating purchases carefully. The system that changed everything. So I started experimenting with something extremely simple. I call it the two-account system. And honestly, it completely changed how I handle money. Not because it required discipline, but because it removed the temptation in the first place. Step 1. The bills account. The first account is your bills account. This account has one job. Pay your fixed expenses. Things like rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, phone bill, internet, subscriptions, basically anything that shows up every month. When your paycheck arrives, the exact amount needed for these bills goes into this account. And here's the important part. You do not use this account for spending. No debit card. No impulse purchases. Just bills. That's it. Step 2. The spending account. The second account is your spending account. This is your guilt-free money. Groceries, eating out, entertainment, shopping, coffee, everything flexible comes from here. And because this account has a clear limit, something powerful happens psychologically. You stop guessing. You know exactly how much you can spend. Let's run some numbers. Let's say you earn $3,000 per month. Your fixed bills look like this. Rent, $1,200. Utilities, $200. Insurance, $150. Phone and internet, $100. Subscriptions, $50. Total fixed expenses, $1,700. So when your paycheck arrives, $1,700 automatically goes into the bills account. Now you're left with $1,300. Out of that, maybe $600 goes toward groceries and spending, $400 goes to savings, $300 goes to investing. And here's the magic. Your spending account now only shows $600. Not $3,000, not $2,000, just $600, which dramatically changes how your brain approaches spending. Why this works so well? This is where it gets really interesting. Because the system works not through discipline, but through design. Your environment shapes your behavior. For example, if a bowl of candy sits on your desk, you'll eat more candy. If it's hidden in a cupboard across the room, you'll eat less. Same person, same candy, different environment. Money works the exact same way. By separating accounts, you're basically moving the candy bowl out of reach. Addressing the skepticism. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Jack, but couldn't I just mentally track this in one account? Sure, in theory, but in practice, almost nobody does it consistently. Because every purchase requires mental math. And mental math is exhausting. Your brain takes shortcuts, which leads to overspending. The two-account system eliminates the math entirely. You just check one number. If the spending account says $120, that's your reality. No calculations required. The surprising benefit. But here's the part that surprised me the most. The system didn't just reduce my spending. It also reduced financial stress. Because bills were already handled. When rent came due, I didn't panic. When insurance hit my account, it didn't feel like a surprise attack. The money was already sitting there, waiting, which gave me something most people rarely feel with money. Control. How to set this up in 10 minutes. Setting this up is actually ridiculously simple. Step 1. Open a second checking account. Most banks let you do this in minutes. Step 2. Rename the accounts. Call one bills. Call the other spending. Step 3. Calculate your fixed monthly expenses. Step 4. Set up an automatic transfer every payday. Bills money to bills account. Everything else to spending account. And that's it. No complicated budgeting apps. No spreadsheets. No tracking every latte. Look, personal finance advice usually focuses on willpower. Spend less. Budget better. Track everything. But honestly, willpower is unreliable. Designing a system is not. The two-account system works because it aligns with how human psychology actually works. And once your system works with your brain instead of against it, managing money becomes dramatically easier. So if you constantly feel like your money disappears, if you're tired of wondering where your paycheck went, try this. Seriously, it takes about 10 minutes to set up. But it can completely change the way you think about money. And honestly, the best financial systems are usually the simplest ones. If this video helped you rethink how you manage your spending, hit the like button. It helps the channel a lot. And if you want more videos about investing, saving money, and building long-term wealth, make sure to subscribe. Because on this channel, we're not just trying to make more money. We're trying to make smarter decisions with the money we already have.